this night. Stoner riffs pound, rhythm takes hold. Welcome to the abyss, let the tale unfold.
Before I get started on the game, I want to catch up on. I want to see a few things because I've been seeing some funny news.
He says that for around 30 seconds before we're launching into an ad read, but this was the bulk of it. An effort to debunk what everybody understands is the reality about their health care in this country.
You know, as we discussed yesterday on the program, is that this particular person...
If Ben Shapiro was as smart as he thinks he is, he'd realize that the holding your head at a weird angle and that sad attempt at a child sporting a man's beard is not working.
Mangione, he had some sort of surfing accident where he had a really bad back injury that apparently left him in crippling pain. And he had a surgery that is very often unsuccessful that implanted a series of pins in his spine. And he presumably was having some sort of fights with some health insurance company, but that is totally unclear. And he did leave a manifesto.
Okay. First off, it is mandatory moving forward. It is absolutely mandatory to make fun of anyone who uses the word manifesto anymore. Because this is fucking stupid. This is so, it's so ignorant and idiotic the way Imperials, I mean, I'm going to speak in rebellion/republic versus Imperial Empire terms, since I'm going to play Star Wars in a minute. But this is just another one of the childish games that they play. They use these fucking melodramatic terms to try to, I mean, they think that helps them own things and troll things and dunk on things. And they think it makes them sound smart when they use these, like, you know, oh, and he leaves his manifesto. It was a manifesto because he's a terrorist, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. It's, stop with the fucking manifesto. This is, I mean, it's like, just because a dude does a blog or a diary entry or whatever, you know, it's not like, we need to come up with a word other than manifesto. I mean, because it's just like, it's a letter of intent. I don't know. Synonyms for explanation letter. Okay, clarification letter, justificatory letter, detailed account, descriptive letter, rationale letter, commentary letter, elucidation, interpretation, analysis, statement of explanation, statement of intent, clarification. You know, I mean, if you need a justificatory rationale, yeah, that's good. I mean, like, because here's the thing. What is a manifesto? A public declaration of policy and aims, especially one issued before an election by a political party or a candidate. Okay? A written statement declaring publicly the intentions, motives, or views of its issuer. The group's manifesto focused on... I mean, come on. I mean, that's the thing. If manifesto wasn't so overused, I mean, yeah, but it's gotten now to where it's just like, anymore, it's something that people like Ben Shapiro use to try to make something sound like more dramatic or whatever, because, like, for example, like, anytime there's like, one of the things they do in like the libs of TikTok, fucking manatee, whatever the fuck she is, a throw rug, something, but such a homely beast she is. But, like, they're always like, you know, this trans person did a shooting and they're like, where's the manifesto? Let's see the manifesto. They're hiding the manifesto. And see, and that's just something they're trying to do to gin up, like, fear and scare and drama and outrage and try to make things, because they live for fucking drama. They crave drama. They thrive on, they're walking, talking soap operas. They watch soap operas so much they want to live in one, and they try to turn the world into one. And that's what this fucking moron Shapiro does. It's like, he's not... And I, you know... And just because someone does a diary entry and is like, oh, dear diary, I'm having a shit day. Fuck all these fuckers. I'm going to get my revenge. I mean, that's not like a manifesto. I mean, it's just an explanation.
His manifesto is very short. It's 262 words, and it is worth exploring.
What? Oh my God.
Because it is a window into the mind of people who tend to believe that because the world is filled with problems, this means you get to shoot people, which is unfortunately a growing sentiment.
Which is how Israel handles everything. Yeah. Can't help but notice your phony ass headgear there, Shapiro.
Bill?
On the left and even some parts of the right. So here is what the alleged shooter actually wrote. Quote, to the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. This was fairly trivial, some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, a lot of patience. The spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly number 42 in life expectancy.
Yep.
United is the, and then it's handwritten, so indecipherable, largest company in the U.S. by market
It's not indecipherable.
cap behind only Apple, Google, Walmart. It has grown and grown, but has our life expectancy? No, the reality is these blank have simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have the space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed decades ago, and the problem simply remains. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I'm the first to face it with such brutal honesty. Okay, there are a couple of key lines here that are quite amazing in this manifesto. One is...
It's like Donald Trump speaks at everybody leaning his head forward now for some reason. He can't like communicate without doing accordion hands and so now Ben does it all the time.
Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have the space, and frankly,
Sit
do
up
not
straight,
pretend to be the
you
most qualified
fucking
person to...
Ferret.
This is the tack that a lot of our liberal friends writing for Vox or saying like, hey, maybe we should take a look at anesthesiologists too. They're trying to make this more complex than it is. And they zero in on that line because it makes the case for them without them actually having to argue it. It's not actually that complex. Frankly, he's being humble there. It's fairly clear that these are parasites. I don't care that a murderer just said that. These are parasites that serve no reason in our healthcare system.
Now tell them why they're so wrong to make for your audience.
Yeah.
Now,
but let's let Ben go.
but it is. Thank you, Ben, for reading that in full for your audience.
Yeah.
Now now tell them why they're so wrong to maybe have related to that.
Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have the space, and frankly, do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. In other words, he didn't have a solution for any of the health insurance.
Okay, here's the argument that Benny Shapiro is about to make. Benny Little Pero. Oh, he's about to say that because Luigi didn't have a concept of a plan, like Benny's orange daddy, well, now he's a poop face daddy. Because he paints his face brown. A shade of brown so dark it makes people uncomfortable thinking about emulating him. But, yeah, his poop face pappy, his poop face poppy. Ben wants to suck that cock so hard. But, yeah, Benny's poop face poppy just has a concept of a plan, but Benny is about to try to argue that because Luigi doesn't have this all figured out in a detailed plan of how to fix everything, then he is just completely wrong about it all.
The most qualified person to lay out the full argument. In other words, he didn't have a solution for any of the health insurance problems in the country. And those problems are quite real because the United States has a very heavily subsidized and regulated healthcare system. Insurance is not actually insurance. It's actually just health coverage. Insurance, as we mentioned yesterday on the show, would imply that you are making a bet with the insurance company. that something bad might happen to you, and the insurance company is betting that it will not happen to you. That is obviously not how healthcare works in the United States. Because no company in their right mind would bet.
That is nonsense.
Sorry, we have to just let nobody in their right mind would bet, and then we can.
Yeah. Keep going.
Health coverage. Insurance, as we mentioned yesterday on the show, would imply that you are making a bet with the insurance company that something bad might happen to you, and the insurance company is betting that it will not happen to you. That is obviously not how healthcare works in the United States. Because no.
That sounds like something Ben would have picked up from Vivek Ramaswamy.
No company in their right mind would bet that, for example, you won't need a checkup next week. Right, that would be a stupid bet. So this isn't insurance at all. It's health coverage that is provided at discount based on government subsidy.
Oh,
and also,
which, by the way, is Obamacare. So
betting,
he's touting the subsidies.
Imagine if you were betting on, say, basketball, and you've bet against the Lakers. And actually, it's within your power as a bettor, you're just gambling, speculating on this stuff, to deny LeBron James prior authorization to throw Anthony Davis an alley-oop. Like, what is this metaphor at all? This is not just people look at things. And when it comes to betting,
Intellectual.
you won't
I think they used an AI editor to upload this.
need a checkup next week.
I don't like
That'd
those
be a
jump
stupid
cuts.
bet. So this isn't insurance at all. It's health coverage that is provided at discount based on government subsidy.
Oh, it's
and also
discounted. That's nice.
based on collective risk pooling. Okay, that's actually how the system works, and the system doesn't work particularly well in a lot of ways.
that's how it should work.
Yeah, and let's talk about Benny's "Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings" sticker. He gave up facts a long time ago. I don't understand why he still has that sticker, because like you pick any random episode on his YouTube channel and the whole entire thing is just him all up in his feelings. Look at this. Florida woman who's accused of ending a call to an insurance company with the words "delay, deny, depose" was charged Tuesday. She was arrested for saying "delay, deny, depose" as she was hanging up the phone. Saying it basically to the walls, just saying it into the air. Just "delay, deny, depose." They're calling it a threat. They're saying, oh, by saying those words, she threatened. And who is this? Oh, the Republican state of Florida has decided this. They were contacted by the FBI on Tuesday regarding an alleged threat over the phone. Reportedly placed a call to Blue Cross Blue Shield regarding recent medical insurance claims. She was denied. The entire phone call was recorded, according to the affidavit. Near the end of the call, investigators said Boston could be heard stating, "Delay, deny, oppose. You people are next." Are similar to those written on the ammunition that a gunman used in the killing of United Healthcare. Fuck that piece of garbage, CEO Brian Thompson. Brian Thompson is garbage. He died as he lived, shooting people in the back. The affidavit noted the similarities between the phrases used in incidents. Actually, she used the title of a book. The "Delay, Denied, Oppose" is the title of a book that was written by an insurance expert who used to be an employee of the insurance industry, who described how insurance companies are evil and they intentionally do evil. That those words have become nationally recognized as a phrase directed against insurance companies. No shit. It's been that way since, like, I think the 2010s when the book came out. Police contacted Boston at her home in Lakeland, where she reportedly admitted to using those words during the call, telling that the healthcare companies played games and deserved karma from the world because they are evil. But she told the detectives that she used the phrase because it's what's in the news right now, and that she had learned of the phrase after the killing, blah, blah, blah. She does not own any firearms and was not a danger to anyone. Based on Boston's statements, investigators say they believe she meant to threaten the insurance company by using the United Healthcare CEO's homicide to her advantage. Look at how they twist up this fucked up story. No, she was mad and she was blowing off steam, and she's just fake fucking saying that into the ether because these people are evil. And they're just pissing her off. So as she's hanging up the phone, she says that, and fucking they turned it into this fucking moronic soap opera. Like, oh yeah, because what? But yeah, typical moronic Republican drama queen bullshit. What fucking, well, okay, this is what fucking moron. The fucking cops of Florida and the fucking Blue Cross Blue Shield worker thinking that her saying that into the just saying that out loud, just that is going to somehow work to her advantage. That's there. Oh, well, since you said that, we're going to change our minds. No, fucking dumbass drama queens. See, fucking everybody on the authoritative side is just more and more proof. We have spent far too long promoting idiots, absolute dumbfounded dipshits into positions of power. And it's because that's how you get ahead in America, is by being an ass kisser or an asshole. But either way, you don't have to be a smart person. And so that's what has happened. Now all of our cops are dumb. All of our CEOs are dumb. All of these people running these companies are fucking dumb. All the people wearing the uniforms and badges are fucking dumb. President-elect Donald J. Trump said in a new interview that he will use the opening hours of his presidency to pardon people convicted of participating in the January 6, 2021 Capitol assault, begin deportations of undocumented immigrants, and increase oil production that we don't need. He also said during the interview that he might support getting rid of some childhood vaccines if data shows links to autism, and that's just it. You got to think of what data he's going to go with, because the data he's going to be going with is the data that fucking Robert F. Kennedy Jr. gives him, and he's a fucking anti-vaxxer, so he's going to be giving him bad data. So there goes your fucking chickenpox vaccine, there goes your measles vaccine, there goes your TB vaccines out the fucking window, there goes your polio vaccine gone, because y'all are fucking stupid. The pardons would go to nonviolent people who were at the Capitol. That's just it. How did you end up in the Capitol? Oh, violence got you there. So it's a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie. Oh my God. Trump says he can't guarantee tariffs won't raise U.S. prices and won't rule out revenge prosecutions. Donald Trump said he can't guarantee that his promised tariffs on key U.S. foreign trade partners won't raise prices for American consumers, and he suggested once more that some political rivals and federal officials who proceed legal cases against him should be imprisoned. Trump says it will be hard to bring down grocery prices, pins hopes on lower energy costs and better supply chains. Because that makes sense. Because Mr. Poopface is making so much sense. He's acknowledging it may be difficult to bring down grocery prices despite making it a key tenet of his presidential campaign. Fuck Time magazine. Asked whether his presidency would be a failure if grocery prices don't come down, Trump responded that it would not, while blaming the Biden administration for a way that it handled inflation that led to higher food prices in the first place. How it handled inflation? The inflation was happening as Biden took office. So, I mean, it started under you, bub. and that's just it. What the fuck? Trump has promised to further increase American energy production. It is already at all-time highs. He's like, we're going to drill more oil. Actually, that's not the way he says it, because he's a moron. Because he is a moron by any objective standard. He goes, we're going to focus on drill, baby, drill. He talks like a fucking idiot because he is one. He did not specify how he would fix any supply chain issues, pivoting instead to complaints about the Biden administration's incentives for electric vehicles, because those are related. Oh my God. Democrat Representative Benny Thompson, former chair of the House January 6th committee, said he would accept a preemptive pardon from President Joe Biden out of fear President-elect Donald Trump might target him with criminal investigation. It's his prerogative. If he offers it to me or other members of the committee, I would accept. It's his choice. Man, Trump supporters are trash.
$895 billion defense bill that just got passed by the House, except this story isn't actually about defense or national security or even military spending. Instead, it's about how this defense bill has actually become another battleground in the fight over transgender issues. And also with that, we're going to go beyond the United States and take a look at recent news from the United Kingdom to see how this debate compares on both sides of the pond. But let's start with the bill, because the bill does have stuff that you would normally expect to be in a piece of defense policy legislation. Like, for example, there's considerable pay raises for enlisted and other service members. There's $3 billion for improving military housing. There's money for an initiative meant to bolster Taiwan's defense capabilities. And there's also controversial measures like increased military assistance at the US-Mexico border and the expansion of aid to Israel. But what ended up almost killing this bill was a provision that denied coverage for transgender healthcare for the children of service members. And specifically, this provision would keep the military's healthcare plan from covering, quote, medical interventions for the treatment of gender dysphoria that could result in sterilization for children under 18. And with that, a key thing is that some argue that Republicans have portrayed almost all gender-affirming care, which could but doesn't necessarily include hormone therapy as possibly leading to sterilization, which notably is something that medical professionals say actually doesn't happen in most cases. So with that, what we've seen are things like in a tweet, Mike Johnson himself describing the provision as a ban on transgender treatment in general. And this is Democrats say that the language in the bill might be used to deny minors treatment to deal with the anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation that many transgender children experience. With Adam Smith of Washington, for example, saying that the provision, quote, taints an otherwise excellent piece of legislation, and adding, blanketly denying health care to people who need it just because of a biased notion against transgender people is wrong. This inclusion of this harmful provision puts the lives of children at risk and may force thousands of service members to make the choice of continuing their military service or leaving to ensure their child can get the health care they need. With the big thing there also being Smith expressing openness to debate, saying there is a reasonable question about what care minors should receive in this area. Then also with that, claiming the Republican leadership actually rejected Democrats' offer to study this issue and look at the expertise of medical professionals, claiming instead they insisted on an outright ban because of their, quote, ignorant, bigoted views about transgender people. Though also with that, a big thing is that Republicans originally pressed for a far more expansive ban, seeking to deny gender-affirming treatment for anyone covered under the military's insurance plan. Though seemingly, Democrats ended up talking them out of provisions limiting access to abortion services and restricting the Pentagon's DEI programs. And this, as Republicans insisted on dropping a provision to expand access to IVF in the military. But currently, it's only available to service members if their infertility issues were caused by illnesses or injuries sustained while on active duty. Some lawmakers wanted coverage for IVF treatments regardless of why they were needed. And also with this, part of the reason I'll say we're talking about it is even what's happening here, this is a big change from years past, where Republicans and Democrats have historically tried to actually keep contentious social issues out of the defense bill altogether. But with all that said, right, this specific bill, it ended up passing the House easily with 81 Democrats and 200 Republicans voting in favor. Now, the Senate expected to take it up and pass the measure in the coming days. Then also, as this is happening, we are seeing battles take place at the state level. We're seeing things like just this week, Montana Supreme Court temporarily blocking a state ban on gender-affirming medical care for transgender minors. And with that, Montana is now just one of roughly 24 states that have introduced similar bans, and this is as the Supreme Court is now weighing the constitutionality of the one in Tennessee. And while a decision there is not expected for several months, the court's conservative majority reportedly seems inclined to uphold the ban. But there's also seeing Republican politicians citing the restriction on gender-affirming care in Europe, including the United Kingdom, to justify laws against youth gender medicine. But this is you have people saying European policies are notably different from the outright bans that are passed in US states, some of which end up threatening doctors with prison time or investigate parents for child abuse. Or with a number of people noting that the few European countries with restrictions still allow gender treatments for certain adolescents, and they're requiring new clinical trials to study and better understand their effects. And specifically, we're seeing a focus on hot button issues like hormonal therapies and puberty blockers. But the key thing being that gender-affirming care encompasses a range of social, psychological, behavioral, and medical interventions such as counseling, which ends up bringing us to the big news today from the UK, because we're now seeing the country indefinitely banning new prescriptions of puberty blockers to treat minors for gender dysphoria. And this actually goes back to last spring when the National Health Service, or NHS, stopped prescribing puberty blockers as routine treatment to children and young people with gender dysphoria back in March. With that decision also making it the 5th European country to limit the medications because of a lack of evidence of their benefits and concern about long-term harm.
And what's crazy is so far, like, the benefits have been just, I mean, the actual benefits are documented in the people benefiting from the things like this. The fact that they're happy, that the suicide rate's going down, all this good stuff, you know, there is evidence. It's all over the place, but they're taking the word mostly. It's like it comes down to this one single bigot who did like an intentionally skewed, controlled study to what was it like to basically it was the whole study was set up to confirm their claim, and it's they're going off of that. Meanwhile, there's all these people who have received the blockers and the other gender affirming care, like screaming in their fucking faces, "This has fucking helped me. What are you talking about? I am the living, breathing evidence." It's just, It's just maddening and stupid. We've seen these tactics in so many other things. It's so stupid. And it's just like how, oh, well, we don't want to legalize marijuana because there's just no evidence that it won't cause a bunch of problems. No, there's tons of fucking evidence. They're just like pretending to not. I haven't seen any evidence. It's fucking morons.
Is that around the same time, an independent NHS Commission study found that the medical evidence around transition-related care for minors was remarkably weak and that more research was needed. With that then leading to May, when the then conservative government temporarily banned the private prescription of puberty blockers as well, a decision that was also upheld by the country's high court over the summer. So now what we're seeing is this new Labour Party government basically extending the ban until more evidence is available. And with that, you had Health and Social Care Secretary Wes Streeting saying, children's health care must always be evidence-led. The Independent Expert Commission on Human Medicines found that the current prescribing and
But you can't say, well, it's got to be evidence-led if you're literally ignoring the fucking evidence. You victim of inbreeding. Look at you. He's got that, whatever, that jaw thing that they talk about that so many like people in England have, that's like evidence of like millennia of inbreeding.
care pathway for gender dysphoria and incongruence presents an unacceptable safety risk for children and young people. With Streeting also saying decisions were being taken based on the evidence and advice of clinicians, not politics or political pressure, and adding, I know it won't feel like it based on the decisions I'm taking today, but I really do care about this, and so does this government. I am determined to improve the quality of care and access to healthcare for all trans people.
No,
With the
you're
man finally
not.
speaking from his experience as a gay man saying, I can't pretend to know what that's like, but I do know what it's like to feel you have to bury a secret about yourself, to be afraid of who you are, to be bullied for it, and then to experience the liberating
So then stop the fucking bullying and let them come out.
experience of coming out. And so with all that, you have a number of people saying that the big thing here is that the government is actually taking the steps to collect the evidence it says that it's lacking. Right? There are plans to set up a clinical trial into the use of puberty blockers next year and recruit the first patients by spring. Streeting saying that the study would help establish a clear evidence base for the use of this medicine, and with that, the ban will reportedly be revisited in 2020.
So we're just going to kick this down the road and kick this down the road and kick this down the road. We're going to go back to the suicides, because the suicides and the abuse and the fucking letting bigots have their way is just like so much better, you know, because we need to stretch this out, I guess, until enough trans people just like lose hope and unalive themselves that we don't have to deal with them anymore. That's the strategy.
27. And this is, in the meantime, an important thing to note is that the transgender youth already taking the medication, they can continue doing so. And minors there who experience puberty at an...
Oh yeah, and they don't count as evidence, right? They don't count as evidence, right? Yeah, we just don't know where we're going to get this evidence.
normally early age, they'll still be able to receive new prescriptions for the medication. Of course, with this, you have people saying they're concerned that there are kids out there who could benefit from the treatment, but they're not going to be able to get it now. With them pointing to, for example, more than 6,000 children and young people who are reportedly on waiting lists for gender services in the UK. So unsurprisingly, transgender activists around the world have still condemned the UK ban. With, for example, the head of one UK-based group saying, the government is entirely disregarding the voices of trans youth who made clear their deep opposition to the restrictions.
Exactly, and they are the evidence. Why is everyone too stupid to say that out loud? Why am I the only one on this planet intelligent enough to say out loud, the kids already on the medication are your fucking evidence?
Of private prescriptions for puberty blockers during consultation. This also as, we're even seeing the medical establishment divide. In the US, where the ban's been way more aggressive, the American Academy of Pediatrics, for example, has been way more vocal in endorsing youth gender-affirming care, including hormonal treatments. But then we see its European counterpart openly acknowledging the concerns, writing in February, for example. The fundamental question about whether biomedical treatments for gender dysphoria are effective remains contested. And so with all that, as we wait to see how all this plays out in both the UK and the United States, I'd love to know your thoughts here. And I extend that both to everyone as well, as if you personally have any experience with anything like this, whether it be you, someone you know, anyone. Then, in a quick break from the news, let's talk about workspace revolution. Right, sitting all day. Say any other words in Korea. But then 233,597 people were wiped off the face of the planet this year by violent conflicts. A huge number on its own, but also exceptional because that's up from 180,000 last year, with notably most of this happening now in Ukraine, followed by Palestine, and then a long list of other countries including Myanmar, Lebanon, Sudan, Yemen, Mexico, Syria, and Haiti. We're getting this information thanks to the armed conflict location and event data, or ACLED, a group that tracks this kind of stuff, with them now just publishing a report showing that the level of conflict in the world, it's doubled over the past 5 years. Right, in 2020, we were seeing just over 100,000 recorded conflict events, and this year, we witnessed nearly 200,000. And this is the proportion of the world engulfed by conflict has apparently grown by 65%, equivalent to nearly double the size of India over the past 3 years. But with that, I think it is important to note that while these numbers give us a sense of the quantitative scale of violence around the world, if we leave it at just that, it tends to flatten the qualitative differences between the conflicts. So for example, bombing campaigns in the Middle East, mob violence in India, cartel civil wars in Mexico, attacks on shipping in the Red Sea, trench warfare in Ukraine, and the humanitarian crisis in Sudan are all very different phenomena. Yet there are also certain trends that prove generally true across the board. Like for example, violence becoming more urbanized and tightly concentrated, hitting the same locations over and over again, which is particularly bad for civilians, and sure enough, we've seen more of them getting sucked into the vortex. For example, ACLED finding that this year, 1 in 8 people worldwide were exposed to conflict, meaning that they lived within 5 kilometers or less of the Palestinians facing the highest levels of violence in the world, with 81% being exposed to it. And all of this is if we take a step back and we look at all the conflict zones in a historical perspective, I mean, we get a really grim picture. Right back in the summer, the Institute for Economics and Peace identified a total of 56 active global conflicts around the globe. That is the highest number reached since the end of World War II. So that can kind of give you an idea of where we're at, but also it's still up for debate on how to interpret these trends. Where one perspective and take is that the world may be entering a new normal of conflict, as international relations scholar Paul Post put it to the Washington Post. And ACLED certainly thinks that the violence is only going to get worse next year, predicting that conflict event rates will grow by 15% at the beginning and likely 20% by the end of 2025. But the group's founder pointing to possible violent surges in Iran, Chad, Ecuador, and Pakistan. Of course, one of the big wild cards that could throw everyone for a loop is Taiwan. But then another perspective and argument is that we've actually already reached the peak or are very close to it, and there are reasons to believe some of the current wars will soon wind down, with some here pointing to Ukraine, for example, especially with Donald Trump in the White House. So there, ACLED disagrees, writing that despite the potential loss of Western support, Russia's maximal demands and Ukraine's existential dilemma mean that negotiation terms will be extremely difficult to reconcile, saying conflict is very likely to continue at present or even higher levels. And then, regarding the Middle East, right, could we see things cooling down there? Well, obviously, the war in Gaza has expanded to Lebanon and the Red Sea, not to mention Israel's latest incursions into Syrian territory. But then, at the same time, the fall of the Assad regime and the crippling of Hezbollah suggest that the strategic balance of power may be tilting away from Iran and toward Israel, which may or may not bode well for regional stability, but that is a question for future historians. But then finally, there's also another perspective that regardless of the trends, 2024 was an outlier for one surprisingly simple reason. Roughly 80 countries, home to more than half the world's population, held national elections this year. And so the argument here goes that when power is up for grabs, incumbent governments feel insecure and opposition groups spot an opportunity, saying both sides pick up arms and mobilize supporters either to hold on to power or to seize it. And actually, according to ACLED, the data seems to back this theory up. Countries with elections this year saw a 63% increase in national political violence. That's compared to just over 21% increases for countries without elections. So some argue that the simple fact that so many places happen to have elections at the same time could explain at least some of the numbers, which notably contradicts a lot of the unexamined assumptions that people typically have about the kinds of places where violence occurs. Right? Because as ACLED notes, most conflict is not occurring in poor or isolated autocratic states, but in partially free countries. And that's in addition to middle-income countries and increasingly even high-income ones as well, which has led the group to state, in short, more development and democracy do not constrain violence. But of course, like if we look at everything and we consider everything, we can know that two things can be true at once, right? It is possible that elections may have made this year especially bad, and it is possible that at the same time, there are still longer-term trends making things even worse. But then with all that, it's why you have the International Rescue Committee laying out 4 global imbalances that it says are responsible for the deterioration in world affairs. 1, hard power overwhelming diplomacy. 2, civilians bearing the brunt of war. 3, the climate crisis adding to humanitarian need. And 4, economic inequality adding to the burden. So, you know, super easy things to handle and fix, and I'm sure everything is gonna be fine. That is the lie I increasingly tell myself every morning. I just look in the mirror and I go, well, what if everything I'm seeing and hearing isn't real? Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end this semi-deep when you yesterday with a little commentary. Starting with the fact that a lot of the comments were about that whole Subaru crash situation. Some of the most popular takes yesterday, including as someone who's been scammed hard by a used car dealership, I won't believe for 1 second that they told him 1, it needed work, and 2, that they ever offered to refund him before he drove through the front door without actual evidence. Bet $5 those parasites added those bits to make themselves look innocent. As well as, I have a hard time believing the car dealership really offered all those things before he drove the car through the front door. No one has offered solutions like your money back or a different car and decide, you know what, I'm gonna drive this car through their front door instead. To which I will say, I do not like to call anyone a liar without evidence, but Here's what I will say. My father, Papa DeFranco, among the jobs that he had for a while, he was a car salesman. And what it taught me is, one, I am not a good salesman. Even though I speak for a living, I can't convince anyone of anything ever. And two, it taught me to never trust a car salesman. In my experience, you can usually tell a car salesman or a GM is lying because their mouth is moving. That said, in this particular instance, I have not seen evidence that shows that they were lying, and just the nature of things, it is very hard to prove a thing did not happen. And also, because I always feel the need to over-explain myself, I think it is understood that this is not me endorsing someone driving through a dealership. I just feel like I need to throw that out there, because
What in the world is wrong with her? Ugh. You know what's so stupid about this? It's that they centered so much of this game around the stupid ass climbing mechanics. But then when it comes to something like this, it's like every time you go into a base, you're doing all this fucking... But you're doing all this like Far Cry style tower climbing mini game puzzle bullshit. But then you come out here like this, and it's like, no. I can't walk up a slanted rock. I haven't the ability to walk up a slanted rock.
Feel like going for a ride?
And that's the thing. Not even really asking her to climb. It's just like, walk up this, like, that, see that? That is just an unachievable... I get inside a base and I can do all this jumping from wall to wall and every fucking thing else. But this, I am foiled. It's so just, God, it's just so incredibly stupid. And the thing is, also, I've been over there before, I just can't remember how I got there. Oh yeah, because in Ubisoft land, you keep moving for another 10 feet after you stop. Yeah, I've been up there. I just can't remember how the fuck I got there. Oh, there it is. I'll take it.
Made it. There we go. Oh.
Okay, so what we got going on here? Okay, so this is gonna have to be a thing that's powered up by some other shit. Some lever holding downing.
Look at that. Can you get that lever, buddy? Nix, pull that down. What'd you find? Want to pull that lever, Nix? Hold that for me, okay? Smell something, buddy? You got it. Hit the button, Nix. Look at this. This will help my blaster. Hey, buddy. Come on, there's a faster way. Looks like those Imperials are caught up with some pirates. Nobody sees us, nobody blasts us. Stay quiet, Nix.
There's only one thing these gangs should be loyal to. The Empire. All clear.
Hey, you. Oh, you jealous, Nix?
The wind out there will flip your speeder if you're not careful. Why do I have to spend my whole day dealing with criminals?
Let's blow that up.
Someone blasted! We need to check that out.
Nix, hit that barrel.
What the?
All right, Nix, go get him.
I'm here!
We're spotted, Nix. This could do some damage.
Let's take a look. Nothing here. I know you.
Whew, still in one piece.
Well,
We're going too slow.
okay. Let's go there. Let's also pee.
You paid to listen, so shut up. Can't wait for my relief. When is this shift over?
Ah, strong wind.
Just a little bit longer. should check in soon. Just a little bit longer. This part of the job's so boring. When is this shift over? Worse jobs to get stuck with. When is this shift over? Can't wait for my relief. This part of the job's so boring.
I better be paid for this. I'm itching for a brawl.
Guess it's all planned.
Sunda uba babutila bargon. Yams most ip uba.
Sure. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you. Granny Numa Choda. Bolanichu! Let's go.
I forgot to bring food again. Did I get the meeting time wrong? Not good.
Better go.
Strange.
Nope, nothing. No backfire.
It's fine. Nothing there.
Let's go.
I should check back in.
Gee, Yarga.
Better than the... Aren't I?
Nobody better mess with us. Stay low, Nix.
Haven't seen a thing.
We need to pick up the pace. Things considered, this is the good life. So boring.
Haven't seen a thing.
See something? Sliga there.
Just a little bit low.
They better pay me extra for this. I hate waiting around.
This part of the job. I'm better than this, aren't I? How much longer do I gotta do this?
Time to distract them, Nix.
Starting a syndicate can't be that hard. Boss, I wouldn't ask. Wait. Stop!
Keep moving, Nix! They're headed for us!
Calling for backup!
Find them! Okay, this is good. Miss Peter could use this. Gone. That's not good.
What do you see?
I should send that report.
Back to it.
Sash getting to it could be dangerous for others.
I better be paid for this.
nothing more boring than a stakeout. Almost time to check in.
Better than the last job.
Oh my god.
I forgot to bring food again.
Almost time for my report.
Keep it quiet, buddy.
He should give us more people.
Yeah, it's down there, but shh. Oh man. Oh, let's at least talk to this guy. Maybe we finally picked up a thing to get him to finally sell something. Done been to him 1,000 times, but he never has. I mean, it's always like, you're missing this, you're missing this. Like so many stupid things Ubi shit puts in their games. Here's a convoluted thing that's broken and doesn't make any sense.
I have something that work all of yours. Hello there.
No, you don't.
If you want to trade your little trinkets, I have something you might like.
Yeah, see? But they also don't tell you where you're supposed to find any of this shit. Do I actually want that?
Appreciate it.
Amazing. You won't regret it.
Okay, so it's still lit up. So it just never goes away. Okay.
Disruptive conduct is strictly prohibited in this area. Oh.
I see you're back.
Hey there, 95. Okay, time to go.
I copy.
Hey, I've been wondering for a while now. How'd you get that hole in your chest?
When you are a commando droid, find yourself in dangerous situations.
Well, you're still holding your own, so that's good.
Yes. Calculating hyperdrive coordinates.
And
Let's jump.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, buddy.
How much family do you have?
Oh, not that.
So, I may not ask you a question.
Hold on.
Eyes on target, Kay.
Okay, we're still breathing.
See ya, ND5.
All right then.
Ship repairs and upgrades.
Hey there.
What do we got? Ooh.
See ya.
Right down the road.
All right, let's hear it.
What about some detonators?
Take a look around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm in. You're gonna hate this. New card. Huh? Draw.
G Tinka G Nenolia.
Let's see.
Well, it's better.
Pass. G Otto Nenolia.
What an imposter. 2 and an imposter.
Come on.
Stand.
Chi sei, Scott? Jigpa.
I got imposter.
Oh. Jitinka Jibola?
Bullshit. And watch, he'll beat me too. 3 and 3. Watch it. No.
You'll get him next time.
God damn, this is rigged. Yeah,
Yes.
wiped me out in one go.
Come on.
Because you're fucking rigged. Fucking Ubi horse cocksucker. Wiped me out in one hand because you guys were allowed to grow up as pieces of shit. Because your parents failed the fucking world. And just shat human waste onto the planet.
Room for one more? All right.
Oh.
I draw.
Jitinka Nenolia.
Something good.
What the fuck? Oh my god, this fucking shit is so fucking rigged. God damn.
Giotto Nenolia. Oh, ha.
And another, Jesus fucking Christ, really? God damn, what is wrong with you motherfuckers, for real? What is fucking wrong with you lowlives? It's like you're just so used to lying that you've forgotten what the truth is. They're just so used to just putting bullshit and cheats in their fucking games that they've forgotten what it's like to actually just like let something work the way it's intended. Okay, let's watch it cheat again. God, this is so fucking pathetic.
All right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Pass. Itinkaji nenolia? I wish they were smart. I mean, smart enough to make the game work. Why are you not smart enough to know that that bullshit makes a person not want to play a game? It just sucks all the fucking morale. Just dehumanizing and demoralizing. You're like a healthcare CEO.
Hey, ND5. Let's get out of here, ND5.
Understood.
It's like my desire to play the game is fucking dead now. Because I've got the realization that everything that could possibly be fun and enjoyable
So,
is rigged
what do
to
you think
make
of
me
Aang?
miserable.
She seems dangerous.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
I suppose. Although I would prefer
It's
to
like
not fear
living with an
lethal
abusive
detonation
parent.
every time I sit down.
What? Has she already rigged this whole place to blow? Wait, ND, has she?
What do you think?
I mean, she wouldn't, right? Nah, she wouldn't. I don't think.
It's like living with an abusive parent. You already know everything's bad. It's just a matter of figuring out how bad and trying to find a way to
Inputting hyperdrive coordinates.
mitigate the bad.
Let's go.
Living with an abusive spouse. Just trying to find a way to make the bad not so bad.
Wow. It's so green.
That's right. You've never been somewhere this verdant.
You have?
I've been to every biome you can imagine. And a few you can't. Running some calculations on that last transmission. Right flank. The flanks will destroy you, Beth.
Hang tight.
Combat systems active, Kay. Taking fire.
What the fuck was that?
Ha, we got him.
Aqua Station.
You ever been?
No. But it has a reputation as a pirate hangout. Watch your credits.
Gonna head out.
All right.
I'm gonna see if I can find him. Maybe he's in a cargo bay or something.
Be quick. We don't want those pirates to notice you.
Got sheep parts if you want them. What do you need? Another time.
Hello? Are you out there?
Hey, guy in the pod, you in there?
Guy in the pod? I'll have you know, my name is Jan Flaxon. Who are you?
I'm Kay. Crimson Dawn sent me to save your life.
Ah, perfect timing. I was captured at the end of an undercover engagement with the Pikes. A fleeting moment of vulnerability. Now it seems these pirates want to ransom me off.
Sounds like you're a popular guy.
I would hope so. Their leader's a charming blue Pantoran woman named Procyon Y. Still on the station, I think. You can get her key card.
I'll try. Hang tight.
So...
Can I help you?
How's it going?
Okay.
Thanks for your business. Specialist goods from across the galaxy.
Her.
Let's just say that your merchandise is safe and sound with my associate back on the surface.
There you go.
14 kilograms, just like you asked for.
Is her?
Not our pirate. Gotta keep looking.
That looks nice, huh, Nex?
He's not getting out of here anytime soon. No one's clearing the auxiliary bay with the docking clams fried like that. I'll have to get Andava to restart the whole system.
Not her.
Well, that's not Procyon. Where is she? If I were a pirate, where would I go? Cantina, maybe. Hi. You like this one? This is a classic, Nix.
Come on, Soren. You can do better than that.
We are not in the mood for your games, Procyon.
Pardon me.
I figured you'd jump at the chance to get revenge on Crimson Dawn.
Never pay that much for a single spy.
No. He infiltrated your best smuggling crew, stole your informant list, and my favorite part, slagged your ship on the way out. You don't want to know how he did it?
Dawn agents never give up their secrets.
This one's soft.
The soft ones are the most trouble. I will discuss your offer with my boss.
Make it fast. The Dawn's interested too, and they pay.
That's our pirate. Get her key, Nix. See what they've got. Nice one, pal. I bet the Pikes would pay for that list Jad stole. Andy, I got the key card. Get the engines running.
Never turn them off.
How about you? Want to make a deal?
Jad?
My gallant rescuer. Tell me, did my boyfriend send you?
Are you talking about that Crimson Dawn guy who kind of hates everyone?
Ah, he really is a worrier. But he could have spared you the trouble. There's not a cage in the galaxy that can hold the illustrious Jad Flatsum.
Well, you look pretty held right now.
And yet the door is wide open. Shall we?
Come on, my ship's in the hangar.
Oh.
What is it?
Well, I'm sure your ship is functional, but my own vessel's hidden nearby, and I prefer the comforts of home. Oh, which reminds me. R5, run me a warm salt bath on your way over. One can't neglect the finer things.
Uh-huh. And, what happens when those pirates interrupt your bath?
Oh, good point. I tell you what, you distract them while I return to my dear Dart. We'll call that your job done.
You are not making this easy. You know that?
Of course. The greater the toil, the more exquisite the reward.
You looking for ship parts?
Oh, hey.
Goodbye.
Hi, Andy 5.
Hello, Kay. Running some calculations on that last transmission.
Still in my prize, is that it?
Hey, you stole him first.
Do you have any idea who you just crossed?
Protocol something?
I am the dread pirate Procyon Y, and I'm gonna hunt you to the ends of the galaxy. You hear me? You're dead.
Well, that made her angry.
Cargo is safe.
Yes. Jad just checked in from his ship. You did well.
You know, you could have just told me it was a rescue mission.
If you were in my place, would you entrust your partner to a person like Kay Vess?
Oh, I mean, I would now.
I suppose that's true. Come see me if you ever want more work.
You're taking hits. Decent shot. Calculations on that last transmission. Pirates nearby. Stay alert.
Hang on.
Ready for combat.
Grab onto something.
Prepped for combat.
Whoa!
Careful, Kay. Mine's ahead. Taking damage. Look at those Imperial ships. That's an escort formation.
Huh. Think they're carrying something valuable?
TIE fighters nearby.
Gotcha.
We're under attack. Open fire.
Attention squadrons. We have TIE interceptors coming in on your location.
We're being kicked, Kay.
Come on.
Weapons overheating.
Got it. Got him.
Let's see what they were holding. On our right.
Yeah, I hear you.
We've got ties out there.
I hear you.
Acknowledge. Continue the sweep. They're out there. Affirmative.
We've been spotted.
Directive for all squadrons. A Gazette cruiser has been deployed to your location.
We're taking damage. Taking fire. Right side.
I'm on it.
We're hit. Imperial cruiser is on us, Kay. Focus fire on their weak points, Kay. Confirmed hit. Their engines are out. We're being hit, Kay. On our left.
Shields online. Ugh. We've been hit.
We've sent a Gazette cruiser to your location. Target destroyed. Understood.
Deploying countermeasures. There goes the shield. To the right.
I got it. They got us. Yes.
Weapons have overheated.
Attention squadrons. Sending a raider corvette to your location.
All right.
Roger.
That could have been worse.
Copy that.
That ship isn't after us, is it?
That's an Imperial Raider class corvette. We're not going to be able to jump with it in the system.
Fugitive freighter. Surrender at once, or prepare to be destroyed.
We need to take out their weapons subsystem. That might give us enough leeway to jump.
Oh, is that all we need to do?
It's that or run back planet side. your choice.
Double! Here we go!
You're being dictated.
Taking critical damage!
You're taking damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's it for our shield. Damage their hangar. They're right behind us.
Oh no! Whoa! He lost shield!
Taking fire.
They hit us!
Oh, you did it.
Kiva. There's a lot hidden in its jungles.
Smuggling, wildlife trafficking, rebel activity.
Aren't they friends of yours, Kay?
Sure. And I owe them after our little run-in on Kanto.
Ah, you're all using sarcasm. Excellent.
We need a gifted droidsmith to get past the gatekeeper. You say Kadik's our guy? I believe you.
For the record, he doesn't. What does a petty criminal from Cantobite know about droids?
No, he knows all kinds of things. Like how to remove a restraining bolt without detection. He's got the spike that can erase protocols.
If you keep talking, I'll be forced to blast you. And Kay, I don't need help. I'm not broken. running some calculations on that last transmission. From the left.
On it!
We're in close pursuit. Copy that.
We're taking hits.
Hold on! Shields down!
Command, lost visual spectroscope.
Understood, Zeta 3. Keep looking. They're out there.
Understood.
Directive for all squadrons. All pilots regroup. They escaped.
They're leaving. Enemy left. We have pirates incoming. Careful. This place is mine.
jungles? Smuggling, wildlife trafficking, rebel activity.
Aren't they friends of yours, Kay?
Sure. And I owe them after our little run-in on Kanto.
Ah, you're all using sarcasm. Excellent. We need a gifted droid smith to get past the gatekeeper. You say Kadeek's our guy? I believe you. For the record, he doesn't. What does a petty criminal from Canto Bight know about droids?
No, he knows all kinds of things. Like how to remove a restraining bolt without detection. He's got the spike that can erase protocols.
If you keep talking, I'll be forced to blast you. And Kay, I don't need help. I'm not broken.
I'll see you later, ND5.
Very well.
Safe from harm this coming monsoon season. Any attempts to interfere with Imperial operations will be met with force.
Hey there, Hank.
Jay, start at the Alcazar. It's a cantina owned by a local gangster named Surat Nuat. If your droidsmith friend is as good as you say he is, Surat will know him.
Anything else you can tell me about this guy?
Surat is a smuggler. He uses the catacombs under the city to move his merchandise. He's also a psychopath. And word is, he picked a fight with the Pikes in Mira.
Thanks. That helps.
You won't thank me after you meet Surat.
Ugh, it's pouring out here.
Any tips about irregularities on your employer's or neighbor's finances will be rewarded.
Come on, buddy.
Oh.
Remember, monsoon season is coming. Did you know that 1 in 5 homes is not equipped with proper pressure dampeners? Make sure it's not yours. On the Kiva are expected to carry their identity cards or other forms of documentation at all times.
Saw a trooper try to jump on a Bala speeder. He crashed into a tree and flew right off the bike. They keep sending more units. Never seen so many imps here. But they'll never figure out the infantry. Sort of patrol police stuck in their armor joints. Hilarious. They'll figure it out soon enough. You know, my parents were from Onderon. They know firsthand what the Empire will do to a place.
Yes. Care to get cuddly?
Just ignore them next.
You there.
Recruiting out of the cantina. Interesting choice.
The Empire sees potential in all sorts of people. Take me, for example. I was recruited out of a backwater settlement. Couldn't even spell my own name.
I take it you can spell it now?
Now I've got an important role, making a difference. You should sign up quick before we close recruiting for the season. This is your best chance at real opportunities.
Really? Wow. Who could say no to opportunities?
You could be part of something bigger. And if you already have blaster training, you'll get a signing bonus. This is the best decision you'll ever make. You won't regret it.
Yeah, I bet.
If you're interested, you can sign up at the landing pad. You can't miss the line.
Remember, monsoon season is coming. A monsoon can debilitate food transport, so make sure you are stocked up according to
What have you got next?
guidelines.
Soren got to?
Age?
19.
What field were you interested in applying for?
Grew up helping my mum run her nursery. I know all the plants on a kiva and how to germinate seeds and...
Yeah. General labor. Next.
Safety inspection every 3 years.
Nothing here.
We only carry the most reliable parts. We have all sorts of parts.
Someone nearby?
The Empire needs you. Serve your galaxy. Accomplish great things. Be a part of something bigger. Join the Imperial.
Busy?
Norana, right?
Kves. You make a splash wherever you go.
Is this a compliment?
This time it is. Crimson Dawn can always make use of a reliable freelancer. I have jobs available if you want to earn some extra credits.
Sure, I'll take a look. No promises.
Do have some jobs open. You should get going.
Hey, ND5. I picked up a quick job.
Ah, yes. I'll see about finding similar work for you as well. Talk to me if you're interested.
Oh, sure. Thanks. How's it going? Bye.
Have a good one now.
Nolda no bate yavu. Gigi no agrava no yamaki. It's time season no bata.
Sisa Recapino.
Oh, I like this one.
Not you.
Why not?
Private game.
Oh, no, I don't want to play. Surat Nuat sent me to make sure everything's okay around here.
No gangsters.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not with Surat. I don't even like the guy. He tried to kill my friend once.
Don't care. High rollers only.
High rollers? Why didn't you say so? I won the Sabak Invitational at the Kanto Grand. Yeah, took down Mont Mazdo in 3 hands.
Just get inside.
You got it.
Looking for someone?
Yeah, some big-time Sabak player. Any idea who it is?
You don't want to play with those.
Lando.
Guys, they're washed up. You know, I was at the Kanto Grand. I don't remember seeing your face.
Oh, yeah? You must have just missed me.
No, I would have remembered you, Kavis. Lando Calrissian.
So what? You a bounty hunter or something? Here to take me in?
Take it easy. My rap sheet's even longer than yours.
Then what do you want?
You're in with Crimson Dawn, right? Well, I lost something at their sabak table on Kijimi, and I want it back.
If this is about me and Kira, we didn't exactly leave things as friends.
You don't need to be in the inner circle, Bess. Just get dealt into the game. Do this for me, and I'll show you a few tricks of the trade.
Throw in some credits and you've got a deal.
Hey, I can't say no to a charmer like you.
Oh my god. I'm just. So awesome, Lando. Western is a great base for now. I'll go for training people, but another news was untimely death. Two are unrelated.
He hired me to patrol? Really? How much longer do I gotta do this?
Distract him, Nix.
You got a problem?
Come on, Nix. Whoa.
Sun Twama du Gran Chade.
Something smells good. Let's see what's on the menu. Ooh, I'll take the curado fruit platter. Gotta wait, buddy. Oh, is it only one? Let's eat. Whoa. Get him, Nix. Hey, you missed one. Nice job. No, silly. Use your paw. You got it. I can finally dig in now. You like the curado or the kapupi flies more? This is tasty. expect those kapoopy flies, but that was great. Thank you. My ears are burning. What do you want?
Ventapunu. Batachis chechalope blastoshani uchoda. Chiventa graba en patisa kuchusa. Upas pringachu. Tist. Tudroi makta.
Why does a droid smith need a gunslinger?
Yamasa makta nupaklish droi. Potos.
I might take a look. How dangerous could it be?
Ship need a tune-up?
Oh, hey.
You'll change your mind.
Heading to the next sector.
No work right now, I'm afraid. Bye.
She's got that jewel.
I need to stay focused.
It's not.
A race sponsored by the Empire. You might as well declare their jockey the winner now.
I think I could win it.
I've got everything you need. Take care now.
Absolutely.
You're behind on taxes, citizen.
I don't owe you anything.
You pay the satraps and they pay us. See how this works?
But my Tara crop doesn't seed until the monsoons are over.
Don't worry, the Empire will take care of you. Yeah, we got a nice cozy prison ship in orbit. No Chara up there.
Fine, fine. I can get you the money. I swear.
Showtime, Nix.
Wait. What are you? Nasty beasts. Regroup.
Nix, there. Great.
Wait a second.
ND5. I'm seeing a lot of Imperials here.
Worry more about the threats you don't see. The syndicates are locked in a struggle for control of Akiva's lucrative black market. Tread carefully, Kay.
If you're here for the Sabak tournament, you're too late.
What? No, I need to see your boss.
Go ahead. You'll find Surat in the back.
Thanks. Is this place big on Sabak?
Some high rollers in town, so every chance Emira wants to take their shot.
Good to know. Hey, Jalen, you there? I'm about to meet Surat, but I need some leverage here.
Why don't you offer Surat spice in exchange for information on your friend?
Oh, yeah, that could work.
Consider it an investment. Watch yourself in there.
Hey, just need to see Surat.
Sure. Good luck.
Oh, Griff. Who is he?
Someone who betrayed me. Get out.
Wait, I've got something that could make you very rich. I just need some information.
What kind of information?
I'm looking for a Rhodian named Gadik. Just need a location.
Keep talking.
I've got 2 shipments of Sansana spice. It's yours if you can tell me where Gadik is.
I see. Deal. You'll find your Rhodian at an Imperial research station. Unless the Hutt cartel has already killed him.
What? Why? What did he do?
You can ask him. He only has himself to blame. It's my brother.
What?
The man in the table. He took my eye, but I took everything else.
Yeah, I see the resemblance. Hey, ND5, Jalen, I've got a lead on Gadik. He's working at an Imperial research base.
He's Empire. We should call this off.
Gadik didn't get a choice. It was prison or enlist.
Anything else we should know?
He's also made some enemies on Akiva, but I'll take care of it.
Make sure you do, Kay, because this has already cost me enough.
For the record, this is a terrible idea.
Jockeys are taking a moment to address the fans.
You there. Over here.
The clothes tell me you're with the government. Is this official or off-the-record business?
A gray area. I need someone who can help me buy a battle droid.
For Akiva's smallest battle droid army?
For personal protection. I'll give you the funds and a little extra for yourself. Call it a service fee.
If you've got the money, why do you need someone to buy it for you?
The Hutts dominate the droid market on Akiva. With my position in the government, I can't be seen buying from them. It doesn't present the right image.
Give me all the credits now, and it's a deal.
Make sure the droid gets delivered to these coordinates.
Hey, have a look and see for yourself.
Bye.